What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Boxing, aka MKO Pugilism, where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on TikTok too. Every little helps, as Tesco used to say. So yeah, let's get into this. So the fight between Lawrence Okolie and Tony Yoka that was meant to be this Saturday in Paris, France, in Yoka's hometown, where he was a bit of a superstar over there trying to rebuild. The fight has now been cancelled, and that is because Lawrence Okolie has failed a test by VADA, and there's been an adverse finding in one of his test samples. And basically, yeah, he's been caught with PD. So he's the latest one to be caught doping. The only positives out of it are that there's obviously going to be an investigation. So we're going to find out more information soon. As far as what Lawrence Okolie has said, he's just said that he had a bicep injury in the past, I think in the past year. And he said his statement was basically he had a bicep injury he was recovering from, and then he had another injury on the same arm. It looks like the left arm from the picture he posted. And he had another injury on his elbow. So he had two injuries there. And he said when he had the injury on the elbow, he received some sort of treatment on it, so maybe some sort of injection, something of that nature. And he said he believes that this is the cause. He didn't directly say it, but he said I had a bicep injury, and then I had an elbow injury. I then had a treatment, and now we are here. So he said before you start jumping and assuming the worst. And he said he's willing to cooperate with any investigation on him. He's willing to cooperate fully with the investigation and clear his name. Now, this is nothing new. I mean, this is typically what all fighters have said that have failed PED tests. They all say they're innocent. They all say that their name is going to be cleared. They're going to be found innocent. And so there's nothing new there. It's one of these things where we'll have to wait to see what happens next. But on the face of it, it doesn't look good for Lawrence Okolie, because these substances should not be found in your system at all. If you're receiving any treatment, you should be fully aware of what's going into your body. And it all ultimately comes down to the responsibility of the fighter to make sure that they're not taking anything into their body that is banned. So it's down to the boxers to be very meticulous and very careful, and to tick every box, dot the I's, cross the T's, and make sure that they're not taking anything into their system that they don't know about. Ignorance should never really be an excuse. But what Okolie is claiming is basically he was ignorant, and he reckons it's due to whatever treatment he received. Time will tell. Obviously, there'll be an investigation, but for the time being, he's unable to box, and this is something that it does have the potential to really bring a complete halt to his career. If what he's saying is not true, or even if it is true, I think he'll probably still have to serve a ban of some sort. And there might be a year or so off of his career, or this is one of those things that unless he's somehow proven innocent, this is going to really, really hurt his career and really take precious time off of his career. So yeah, it's a serious blow to Lawrence Okolie. Whether he's sort of innocent or guilty, whether his ignorance excuse comes out as true or not, the fact is this substance was found in his system. So you can't really argue with that. It's one of those. He's going to have to try, but the fact that it's found in his system at all is, it's unquestionable now at this point, unless there's some miraculous thing that I don't know, somehow it's disproven. But yeah, it's a big shame for Lawrence Okolie, because he's a guy that is not the most popular fighter in the world. So with you taking years off of his career, guys might avoid him when he comes back. But we'll see. Let me know what your thoughts are in this situation. Lawrence Okolie popping dirty, testing positive for the PEDs. And until next time, MKO Boxing, over and out.